Hey, okay, good morning. So, have you ever had an idea or a concept that you were trying to wrap your mind around or explain to somebody or try to create, and for some reason it was really difficult for you to understand it? Well, let's dive into how you can grasp your ideas, concepts, or thoughts. So, Albert Einstein said, the words of the language, as they are written or spoken, do not seem to play any role in my mechanism of thought. The physical entities which seem to serve as elements in thought are certain signs and more or less clear images which can be voluntarily reproduced and combined. Welcome to Mentor Mornings, guys. If you appreciate this, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you feel moved to, share. And if you've not already, hit that subscribe button. Because every morning I bring wisdom of people far wiser than myself here to help you own your journey and fuel your day. Okay, so what we're talking about here is trying to wrap our head around simple ideas or very complex ideas and try to simplify them. So language has a way of trapping people inside of rigid forms of thought. They have ways of trapping us in rigid forms of thinking. And as humans, we began our evolution by very mechanical ways of thought. So we saw the world outside and we had to move through it spatially, meaning that we had to navigate vast swaths of land. We had to recognize landmarks. We had to notice where the stars were and use the sun. We had to recognize plants that were poisonous. We had to recognize animals or situations. And so we used very spatial mechanical thinking. And then language presented itself and gave us the opportunity to really conceptualize and bring together our ideas and coherent patterns and explain them, to other people and to communicate, which was a great thing. But language traps us into certain types of thought. So, when we encounter new ideas that are either whether they're our own ideas and we're trying to like pull it together, or they're ideas that are outside and around us and we're trying to pull it together and understand it completely, oftentimes it's difficult to try to wrap our heads around these broad concepts that have lots of moving parts. So Albert Einstein said, if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it well enough. So taking those broad concepts and pulling them together and using using a visual representation or visual tool is something that great thinkers have utilized in the past. So like people like Elon Musk, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, all these people have claimed to use visual thinking in order to bring together these new ideas or inventions. Nikola Tesla, he would take his machines and he would take them down into minute detail visually inside of his mind in order to create them. So he would have the smallest pieces visualized before he would go and invent them. Charles Darwin, he greatly impacted how we moved forward and how we changed as a nation. And Charles Darwin, or as a world, and Charles Darwin, he used a tree to conceptualize all of his thoughts, to bring them together in order to make it cohesive for himself to understand and also for other people to understand. So whenever we have concepts or ideas that we're trying to wrap our heads around, making a visual representation, whether it's a physical model inside of our reality, something we build, it's something that we draw, it's something that we make inside of our minds, will always help us simplify very complex topics into a very easy way for us to understand and navigate those. And if you guys, and that's a way to share, it's a way to share great ideas. That's why symbols are so powerful. Images are so powerful. An image is worth 1,000 words. And that's the case here in trying to understand complex ideas. So if you guys have something that you're trying to share, I recommend downloading the PDF that'll be down below. It's on the ancient principles. It's what leaders and heroes of our past, the principles they have used in order to communicate and lead other people, in order to help awaken people to new concepts and new ideas. So, all right, guys, I will be on tomorrow. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already. We'll see you later.